now all that remains to be done is to determine what we're going to do with our little stalk that we started with. First, I'm going to remove my running yarn markers. So all the markers gone. And I can tie this top knot into a little knot, or I could actually sew the base of that cord back down and make a little loop at the top, which I think looks sweet on baby hats. Or another approach is to shorten up this I cord. So I'm going to make an incision and remove the starting end of the I cord. So I cut one thread and I'm going to pick out my cast on piece. There we go. So when you take the end off a piece of I cord and pull the tail out of the stitches, you're back to having 4 stitches again. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you can actually unpick this back. So these are Australian cousin stitches. These are the stitches that were in between the original direction ones. And I could pick these stitches up and knit something exotic on the top. Or if I don't want a stalk on the top of my hat, I can unpick this until I get to the last round of 4 stitches. I don't want to get into the increase round. So there. Just go very slowly at this stage. I don't want to release anything that doesn't look like an ordinary stitch. I think I'm going to keep that one and put it back. Just hook the yarn back there. So I've got 4 stitches and I've got rid of all that bulk. I'm going to shorten my piece of yarn. Now, this is a nice stable wool yarn and it's been knit for a while. And now I'm just going to go, there's the stitch, my last stitch. I'm going to go into this one, into the next one, into that one, and into the one I just remade. So I've gone round the circle and I'm going to pull that one I remade so it's quite tiny. Now I can tighten it up and there is my hat top with no stalk left. Having tightened it up and prettied it up as much as possible, I'm going to take the yarn around one more time. So here it is coming out of that last stitch. So I'll go into here. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to take my needle down the middle, give a little tweak, and I'll darn it from underneath to keep that nice and flush at the top of the hat. So if you don't want a stalk, you can remove it afterwards. And once that's washed and blocked, there will be no visible stalk on the top of your hat.